Hey everybody, Stacey here. So excited. We have an amazing interview coming up with the newly crowned Miss DC USA. I cannot wait. So stick with us right here on Pageantry Now. Hey everybody, Stacey here, and we're here with Pageantry Now. I'm so excited because I have on the brand new 6 days ago crowned Miss DC USA, Faith Maria Porter, and she's going to talk all about her plans as Miss DC USA and going on to Miss USA and why she does this crazy thing called pageantry. But before we get into that, just about Pageantry Now, we're all about positivity in pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things that title holders do using a crown and a sash. Please be part of the conversation, ask comments, make sure that you keep them PC because we do have teenagers that watch and we want to make sure that you're part of the conversation. So bring your friends, bring your questions. And here we go. Hi! Oh, look at that crowd. Oh my gosh.
I'm still getting used to seeing it on my head.
Girl, it belongs there. That is amazing. Do me a favor, introduce yourself to everybody so they know who you are.
My name is Faith Maria Porter, and I am Miss District of Columbia 2022.
How does it feel to say that?
It feels unreal. I've said it a lot as affirmations, before the pageant, saying, I'm Miss District of Columbia, I'm Miss District of Columbia. And this is my third time competing. So now saying it and it actually being true is wild.
Wild. Ralph says, congratulations on winning Miss DC USA, Faith
Thank
Porter.
you,
Do you prefer being called Faith Maria, or is it, I mean, you know Ralph from
Yes,
before.
I do.
You met Ralph before, right? Or
yes,
no, did you? I thought so. All right, that's cool. Yeah, he's such a great supporter. I love him. He's such a great pageant fan and just like loves what we do. So, oh my goodness, you've got friends just saying hi, beautiful, congratulations, Shamika. That's awesome. So there you go. So tell me first. Well, I'll ask you the hard question. Do you like frogs? Why or why not?
Do I like
frogs? Why or why not?
Do I like frogs?
Mm-hmm.
I actually do like frogs. Random story. I saw a frog last night right outside of my window. And
Are you serious?
I did. I saw one last night right outside of my window. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know I lived in the rainforest, but okay. And Princess and the Frog is one of my favorite movies of all time. Truly. And now that I have this crown, I feel like Tiana. It's a full circle moment.
There you go. Well, and people always go, why do you ask that question? The first time I asked that question, I asked Pia Warsbach. It was right after she won Miss Universe. And I was in a live. And so someone asked the question because we used to practice interview on Pageantry Now back in the day. And so that was one of the questions we asked. Mm-hmm. And Pia's reaction was like, no, I don't. And from that moment on, I liked asking it because I got to know Pia. I didn't get to know pageant Pia. I got to know Pia, and I think that it's important that we I mean, like you said, no, there was a frog last night on the window. Like, was it like, is that the prince here for me?
I know. I was like, you're too late. I already got my crown. I've already got my crown.
I'm already a queen. So tell me, I mean, obviously affirmations are huge. Being able to say, I am Miss DC USA, not teen. Although honestly, you are glowing, so you could be a teen. I mean, I'm sure but you're glowing. Like you have a magic glow about you. So there you go, youthful. But how did you prepare for this moment? And I mean, I know you've been in pageantry for a while, so let's talk about what got you into pageantry and getting to this place.
I competed in my first pageant in 2019, actually, not too long ago. And I got into pageants because my sister was a pageant girl and I didn't know much about it. And she got into it later in life too. But I saw how much more confident she became. I saw the sisterhood that she got. And I thought to myself, wow, I could do that. I could do that pretty well, probably, and I could really make an impact in my community. So I competed at Miss DC USA 2019 for the first time. I made top 12, and even though I didn't win that time, I was just so honored to be on the same stage as so many amazing women. I saw Deshauna Barber and Cara McCullough all there. It was like stars in my eyes. And that's how I knew. I said, okay, this is for me. And while it might not be for me this year, I know that if I keep coming back at some point, I'm going to get it. So this was my third time competing. I competed at Miss Earth USA last year and got first runner up. And this time around, it was a bit different competing because I think I finally had the confidence in myself to just trust the process. This was the first time where I didn't really work with as many coaches immediately before. A lot of the things when it came to my wardrobe, I didn't stress as much about. I wore things that I already owned because I knew that the crown wasn't about what you wear. It's not about who you know or this or that. It's about the preparation that you put in. And I know over the past 3 years, I put in so much prep, and just glad it finally paid off.
The magic worked, and honestly, I was watching the photos. You were again glowing. I can't. You glow like, and I remember. I've followed this sisterhood for years, but Sierra, before Sierra, so the year you first year you competed, Sierra and I met at Miss Universe, and she ran up to me in the audience and she said, "Hey, I know you. I watch your show. I just wanted to say hi." And she says, I'm going to be competing for DC USA, so we'll see what happens. And
Wow.
when she won, I was like, oh my gosh, like I mean, what are, again, I get goosebumps because I think that the stories are so real. And I know one of the best pictures that you shared was the moment of the formers crowning you. So what was that like? I mean, you had how many of the queens there?
There was about 8 of the queens there, and it was amazing because DC has an extremely strong sisterhood. I mean, I knew that even before I was crowned. I could just tell because of the way that they continually come back to the competitions, the way they continually, work towards it and reach out to the queens and the contestants. And now our new director, Chelsea Rogers, she was a former Miss District of Columbia, USA as well. So with her and the organization, she was able to bring so many more of the sister queens back, and I feel so honored to have such an amazing director who understands what it's like to be in this position, and to be in this position recently going to Miss USA. So the sisterhood is one of a kind. I've already gotten so many amazing messages, and I've only been crowned for less than a week, so I know the rest of the year. Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you? I mean, did I mean, I know. I mean, I've been competing for years. But the one thing, do you get callous to it? I mean, was it one of those things where you got the crown? This is what you've worked so hard for. Did you take it off of your head right away, or is it one of those ones where you're just like, I think I'm going to wear it around the house for a little bit?
I wore it around everywhere, walking out of the hotel. And that was one of the biggest things that I realized. I said, okay, this year I am Miss District of Columbia, USA. There is so much that I can do. The world is truly my oyster. And I realized that just from walking out of the hotel. The next morning, I had my crown and sash on, and I could not make it 2 feet without someone stopping me saying, wow, congratulations. Wow, tell me about yourself. And I got into so many conversations, and I was like, I need to keep this on everywhere I go, because also I went to an ice cream shop. I had it on. They gave me free ice cream. So, yeah, now whenever I go grocery shopping, I'm wearing my crown and sash, and hopefully the cashier is like, here, just take it for free.
Can I just do a picture? Just
for
it's
fun.
For real. I mean, the reality is that you could be the next Miss USA. Like, and that I remember I was there when Deshauna that was the first year that the PageantryNOW was what covered Miss USA. And so I was there when Deshauna was crowned. And then I was there when Kyra, because I'd gotten to know Deshauna during her reign. And then when Kyra got crowned, and I was like, I was, and then I've judged with Kyra before, so I got to know her too. So it's like, okay, you girls are pretty cool. Like, I think that, but the sisterhood is real. Like, and it is super supportive, and I think that it's, I mean, again, I lived in Texas for 10 years, so I kind of have to have a thing for Texas too. I live in Florida now, but not to say
Another
anything
big
bad about Florida, but it's a great pageant state as well. But there's something different about, I think, pageantry in DC and then in Texas too. That there's an amazing sisterhood. It's, you know.
You can feel the authenticity. And the amazing thing also about DC is every year there's about maybe 20, 25, 30 girls who compete, but every single one is so dedicated, so committed to their community, so committed to their cause, so hardworking, and knows how to rock a stage. I've
Ooh.
been with like hundreds of girls, and like I said, in DC with 20 girls, and in DC we know how to shut it down.
But not only that, like, and if you go to, okay, like, so when I competed for Florida Teen USA, there were 150 girls. Okay, but that's a whole state.
That's a whole
You
state.
have a city that you represent, which, but to be able to have 30 contestants that are competing for the smallest title that has had such a big legacy, that, and of course you're representing our capital, which I think is even cooler. Like,
Yes.
so let's talk about what you plan to do with your title, and let's talk about your platform, and like why do this.
Yeah. I am an arts worker. I'm currently working in casting now for Grant Wilfley Casting. And previously, before that, I worked in company management for Dear Evan Hansen on Broadway. I got my degree in arts and entertainment management.
Are
Yes.
you serious?
Yeah, I worked there I just left about 2 months ago.
Oh, I just saw Six. I saw Six on Broadway and I lost it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay,
Amazing.
sorry.
I still have not seen it, but I know the soundtrack. I could talk about theater forever, so don't get me started.
Okay, let's talk about theater. I did not understand. I've never been in theater. Had never seen a musical until I met my husband. My husband and I have been together for 11 years. And when I had judged so many so many pageants, and kept hearing popular, but I didn't know it was from. My husband's like, "Wait, you don't know Wicked? Are you serious?"
Popular is the go-to talent show song. It's the go-to everything. And I love it because it has so much personality. And that's also what made me think I should really get into pageantry, because I grew up performing and doing theater. So while I work in theater management, I grew up doing theater. So I'm used to being on stage, and I love being expressive. And I find that I'm really truly myself when I'm on stage expressing myself. And pageants is the epitome of that. It's not, you don't have to be a character. You just have to be yourself and be happy. So when I started pageantry, I said, oh, I just have to be on stage and be me. I can do that.
Wow, I cannot believe that. Okay, I know we have limited time. Ralph says he has to go. Great seeing you. Looks forward to seeing you at Earth USA, and then enjoy your show on VIP. So that
Thank
is
you so
awesome.
much, Ralph. I really appreciate your support. He's always, especially on my show, commenting.
That's awesome.
Yes, as a fellow, content creator, things like that, it really is about the support of your community, and having people there. So every comment, every like, every share really does count.
Yeah. No, we call them crownies, and so like I remember when we were doing lives every single night, because when PageantryNOW started, I did a live every day at 8:00 for a year.
Wow, that's dedication. That's dedication.
Or insanity. I haven't quite figured out.
There's a fine line.
Right, 2,000 people would come and just spend an hour with me every single night, and that was before there was Facebook Live. So this didn't exist. This was on YouNow, so it was a different platform. But I have people that I met when we started doing this that like I still talk to on a daily. That I just can't imagine. Like Ralph will message me throughout the week, "Hey, how you doing? Is everything okay? Do you need anything?" And I think that's so important that we have these opportunities to be able to share stories and have different platforms to be able to do it. So
Yeah,
kudos.
I love talking, so this is perfect for me.
All right. So I interrupted you totally. So pageantry. So let's talk about your platform and then how that ties into your theater background, because I'm sure there has to be something there. So let's talk about that.
Yes, I am a co-director at a youth arts program called Create Her, and there I get to oversee a mentorship program with the Broadway Women's Alliance. So I get to pair girls who are interested in working in careers in theater and pair them with women who are working on Broadway. Company managers, choreographers, stage managers, actors, directors, all of it, because I love creating opportunities for people specifically in the arts. Like I said, I work in casting now, and my favorite thing about it is like I said, creating opportunities for people and seeing how much people can grow, because I am who I am today because of so many people who believed in me and poured into me. And I know, especially as an artist or someone who is interested in getting into the field, thinking there's no way I can do it. There's no way I can make money in it. I don't know how. I don't have the connections. So especially as Miss District of Columbia, USA, I really want to help create more opportunities for young girls in the district. I'm currently working with a young girl now who is in DC, and she's creating a play about sustainability and the intersection of sustainability and theater and all of those things. So I want to continue doing that throughout my reign.
That is amazing. Like I love that. And I love the fact that pageantry allows us to be our best selves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and to take the things that we're passionate about and bring them together and be able to really glow up with the crown, because the crown really is a microphone. It's an opportunity to be able to share your passion, but also to help other people with their passion and inspire them. So I love that. That is fantastic. And obviously, I'm a huge fan of sustainability as well. That's part of my platform because I live in Florida and will be underwater in the next 20 years. And that is a real thing. So I know that with you're competing at Earth USA, that has to be something that you've got to be passionate about too. So kudos for having a nonprofit, working with people and being able to really change lives, because at the end of the day, I think that's what a crown does.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that Miss District of Columbia specifically, I have big shoes to fill because they're always so community-based. We love pageantry because of the glitz and the glamour, being on stage, performing, but it really is about giving back to your community. And like you said, it is a microphone and a platform that you can use to teach and really give back. So I want to go to local schools. I already started planning and youth arts programs and teach them about ways that they can go to college affordably and get careers in the arts that they can use and excel.
So you said that young, I mean, well, clearly not much younger, but like through the arts. So you were in theater, but were you a vocalist or were you just a performer? Let's talk a little bit about that too, because like you strike me as a vocalist, and I was like, maybe.
I am. I am a singer and performer, actor, but singing was always my first love. Before I knew I wanted to do pageants, at first I thought I wanted to be on American Idol, a different kind of competition. And I actually did make it to the final round of The Voice before they actually got to the on-screen casting. So one day I'm gonna get there.
Which one? Which year? Because well, I have been a guest on The Voice 8 times.
Oh wow! This was 2019, maybe. I'm not sure of the exact year off the top of my head, but I believe it was 2019. So
Okay.
close, but yet so far.
But that really changes you too. Like that whole experience, I think, going through the castings and then going through like the different parts of that, how does that prepare you for something like this? Because I think that has to be legitimately way more pressure. Well, I would think than becoming Miss USA. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I would think that has to have like a whole different feel to it. So tell me a little bit more about that process.
Yeah, from different castings that I've done and working in casting myself, the biggest thing that I've learned is it's not about you, whether or not you book the job or whether or not you don't. There are so many behind the scenes factors that you may not have even considered. So even for pageantry, it's really helped me to know that, okay, if I don't get the crown or whether or not I do, it has nothing to do with my worth. It has nothing to do with my value. And I can keep coming back and trying again. In my job every day, even today, I was telling people that they didn't book this job or they didn't get this. But I told them, you can always come back next time. We're continuing to cast, and they do, and then we book them even more. So it's really all about perseverance, and knowing that no one is in charge of your destiny except for you. So whether or not you're chosen or not, who knows what the future holds.
Absolutely. And I think that that is a really important, I think, especially in pageantry, like we think there are people that have the glory that the first time that they compete, they win a title and it's an amazing experience. But I think it's a process that you develop as a human being through learning that not every single time the crown is yours.
Yeah.
And and for whatever reason at that particular moment it wasn't yours, that it's a learning experience and that you're able to kind of take new things forward. I competed for 20 years before I won my first major title, and and I'm still not. I mean, I'm 56. I've been doing this for 40 years, and I always learn something new through the process, whether I win or not. Like I think that it's important to not give up. Like not give up on your dreams, not give up on the things that you believe are supposed to be yours, even if it isn't for that moment.
And even something that you think you want, you might not realize just isn't for you at that time. I am so glad I did not win until now, because I was not as confident as I am now. If I won the first time I competed, or even the second time I competed, this interview would be going a lot differently. I wouldn't be as
You're just like
confident.
so calm and like oh yeah, it's no big deal. I got this. This is like, but you make it seem like it's so easy.
And
And
it's
is that
comes with time and just trusting yourself. So like I said, I'm glad I never won before, because I would not be the woman that I am today, and not the title holder that I am.
you got so much more to be able to do? Like, are you do you has it processed yet you are walking on the Miss USA stage?
A little, but I don't think it has enough. One funny thing I will say, the next 2 days, the first 2 days after I was crowned, I could not hold a conversation. Every single time someone would talk to me or ask me something, I would start talking and then I go, wait, what was I talking about? Wait, what were we talking about? Wait, what were we doing? Because every second something else would come to my mind about the title. I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm competing for Miss USA. Oh my gosh, I'm competing for Miss USA. And my mind was going in a million directions at once. One second, I'd be talking about how excited I was for the Cancun trip. And then all of a sudden, I remembered, oh my gosh, there's the national costume competition. And I love costumes. I love dressing up. So when I remember that, I was like, oh my gosh, it's another thing I completely forgot about that I am so excited about. So it's slowly sinking in. Every day it gets a little bit more real.
Well, and you were on the news, was it? So you had Sunday and then Monday morning you were on the news, right?
Monday morning. Yep.
Drop and Media Week. Let's go.
About like 35 hours after I was crowned, almost. I was just, yeah, they said, be there at 8, log on, and you're going to be on ABC News. Okay, guess I got to get it together.
Well, and it's hard for anybody. Asia and I were speaking about this because Asia said that for the first 2 days, she wanted to just sleep. And post pageant hangover is a real thing. Like until it, and especially if you win, because there's so many emotions that go into that moment. You don't remember anything at all. Like there's like glimpses of things that happen. So they call your name, you like do whatever, because everybody has a different reaction. Like I cried like a baby, and my director was like, are you upset about this? I'm like, no, it's totally fine, everything's great, leave me alone.
My makeup artist was there. I was crying, and he was like, I love that you're happy, but you're ruining my masterpiece, so please keep it together.
Was Alex because who did your makeup? Who was backstage?
Axel.
That's
There
what
was
was doing.
no one back. Yeah, there was no one backstage. So I went there at like 4:30 a.m. because we had to be at the. Yep, we had to be at rehearsals at 7:30. So got my makeup done at 5. Got about 3 hours of sleep, and I was ready to go.
And then Reza did pictures with you before too, or no?
He did pictures after,
Afterward. I
and
know
I love
Reza
Reza.
because
Him
anyway.
before, much previously. We actually met for the first time at Sierra's send-off party, and like I said, it's just crazy how you meet people at different points in your life, and you never know how it's going to come together.
But his girlfriend Kies used
Yes,
to work for me. And
really.
I judged her very first pageant. And so the reason that she ended up going on to Earth was because I told Ariel, I said, you need her.
Wow,
So, like,
small
crazy.
world.
Yeah, I know. Like, what are the small world? Small world. All right. So, w- I know you've got to go. So, what haven't we talked about that you would like to share with everybody about what your plans are for taking over the world and world domination? Because this not only means that you get to go to Miss USA, but inevitably you could be Miss Universe.
I
It's
could be
crazy.
Miss Universe. Yes, it is next level. It's really sinking in. And I was thinking about that this morning because you think about the mark that you would want to set as a Miss USA or Miss Universe before you're competing for your state pageant. But once you get there, it's a little different. It hits differently. So I was thinking about what I would want my legacy to be as Miss USA, and as someone who works in the entertainment field and the beauty and pageant industry, I really want to be an example of the change that I want to see. I love performing, doing pageants because I can be in a space with other like-minded people and I can express myself. And hopefully as Miss USA, I want to make sure to really foster that environment and make sure that in everything that we do in pageantry, we are as inclusive and as accepting as we possibly can, because pageantry should always be about uplifting women and uplifting young girls, no matter your background.
Amen. Amen. I was talking when I was talking with Asia, I told her I loved her natural hair. And one of the I was backstage with Deshauna before she gave up her title. And she's like, I got a big surprise. And I was like, okay. And when she came out with her natural hair, I started crying, sobbing, crying. She's like, I'm not going to tell you beforehand. And I was like, please let this be the step towards change and diversity and inclusion and really being able to have many people be represented in pageantry. And I think that that is such an important part of all of this the changes that are happening in to see it in my lifetime. You know, I was the first plus size major title holder, like that was of another system. And you know, to be a size 14 and be able to say I won a title that, you know, most girls wouldn't. And I know you know Emma, so like Emma is still representing and being out there. I told her, I was like, I did this 20 years ago. Like crazy that
Yeah.
you know, to see still we haven't had enough. And then of course with the 2019 USA team and universe and America and just seeing Black Girl Magic.
Yes.
Again, that brought me such emotion because we need this. We need this as women. We need to raise it to the next level, to the next bar, and we need to see representation in everything that we do. And pageantry needs to be part of that as well. So I'm
And
so
pageantry can be, and it should be, and I love it because, you know, Miss USA and Miss Universe, we really set the standard, and I think it's always, you know, important to be mindful of the standard that you're setting.
take up space. So as he said
Take
it
up,
best, take up
yes, you did,
space.
yes, my icon,
Oh, she's an amazing human too. Oh my gosh. Like, yes, a class that I think we need to get another class like that, that just is like so much women really being truly extraordinary. But not, I mean, we're all extraordinary. We're all extraordinary women. And we just need to be able to have bigger platforms so that
Mhm.
people understand how amazing we are. So
Yes.
I thank you. Thank you for being authentic and being real and showing your magic and being honest and open. I think that's so important. So thanks so much for that.
Well, thank
And
you
I
for
wish you, of course, like why would I not? Great opportunity, like just to get to know you better. And um how do we follow your journey? How do we follow? I mean, I know you've got lots of different ways to follow you, so tell us about those.
You can follow me on Instagram at my personal page at Faith Maria with 2 A's, or at Miss DC USA on Instagram. And you can also catch my show on VIP Pageantry Sash Facts with Faith Maria at 8 p.m. on Fridays.
Awesomeness. Yay. I wish you so much luck in your journey for the crown of Miss USA. And it will be so much fun being able to cheer you on. And hopefully one day we can see each other live and in person and not do this virtual thing. So
Yes.
I will be in DC in September. So hopefully we can see each other then.
Yes, we
So
should. I would love that.
it'll be wonderful. Okay, hold tight. Let me close up the show. Okay, hold on one second. All right. Thanks everybody for joining us. I love you, Faith. Thanks. Congratulations. So much love and luck to you on this journey. I know that you are going to rock it and be the amazing human you are. So thank you so much. Thank you to all the people that watch us. We really appreciate all of our crownies. We're grateful for all of you. I can have these amazing conversations with these amazing women, but at the end of the day, it's more fun when you join us. So thank you so much for being here. And that's a wrap, everybody. Have a great night. Stay safe.